Starting transmission.
Hi everyone, it's Thursday morning. We're going to be looking at the brand new trailer for Superman. Yep, this is James Gunn's first film in the DCU, and you know what? A lot of writing on this trailer, and you know what? Take a look, and we'll just jump into it, and I'll share my thoughts after the video. All right, without further ado, let's watch trailer for Superman.
Krypto. Home. Take me home.
Superman.
Ah, what a very cool trailer. That's speechless. That's actually really good. Just to kind of round it up, that was yep, that was Superman. All right. Holy moly! All right. We'll take a quick little break. I'm gonna rewatch the trailer one more time, and then when I get back, I'll give you my thoughts. All right, I've now reviewed this trailer a few more times. Actually, a lot more times, to be honest. And there's some things I caught. But first off, I just want to give my overall thoughts on the trailer, and it is amazing. The way it looks like comic booky. It has that really like I don't know, colors and everything are so vibrant, so like, out there, so amazing. Um, the trailer just gives you that sense of wonder and hope and everything. It makes you like, wow, I this is very like Superman. He's like symbol of hope, and you even see that in the trailer. There is even a small clip of a boy holding the flag with Superman logo on it, and you know right away that's hope. That's exactly what this movie is, and it's supposed to be. That's the themes of Superman, and I think Gunn really captured it really well in this trailer. I'm hoping the whole movie is like that, and it has that same feeling. So we'll have to wait and see. I do like the new like electric guitar version of John Williams' score. That's pretty cool. I like it. It has that really much. I don't know. It feels like a new Superman, like a younger Superman. You don't have like the trumpet and stuff like from the old with John Williams score, but now you have electric guitar. It's kind of bringing more of a younger age to it. Um, just quick off the bat, we get the first look at the Daily Planet, which actually looks like a Daily Planet. It's very reminiscent of the Richard Donner and Bryan Singer's version of the Daily Planet, so that's kind of cool. We do get a nice little look. It's better than what we saw in Snyderverse, which was like kind of like cubicle, stale office look of the Daily Planet. Not a big fan of that one. So I like the more open look of this. And it's kind of similar to what we've seen in past iterations of Superman, even on the TV shows and stuff like that. It's very much you could tell that James Gunn is like picking little bits and pieces from the different version of Superman from the TV shows, the movies, stuff like that. It kind of like incorporated into this new version of it, which really works with that whole it being Superman legacy kind of a thing, the legacy story where you're getting little bits and pieces and just create this whole new world. We got our first look at Rachel Brosnahan, who is going to play Lois Lane. And the scene, you gotta kind of see a little flirtiness between her and Superman. We get more of her later on too, in the trailer. And then, so starting off right off the bat, we get the first glimpse. We see Superman falling into the Arctic, and he looks like he's being beat up and just like had a day basically. And we get a kind of a humanist Superman where we know he can be beat up, but he's like bleeding and everything. So we know that whatever he's fighting is going to be, he's not the almighty superhero. You know what I mean? Where he nothing can hurt him and nothing can defeat him. He's just overpowerful. We kind of see a Superman that is can be hurt and injured, so that's really neat. Um, we had our first like look of David Cornsweet as Superman here, and it's like we had defeated Superman at the very beginning, but don't worry, we get some cool scenes here. We get him whistling, and our first glance, you're like, why is he whistling? You know, and of course, sure enough, he's whistling for Crypto. And then we get our first glimpse of Crypto. I know many people out there were upset that Crypto wasn't the same actual dog as he is in the comics, but you know what? He's an alien dog. He doesn't have to be a specific breed or anything. I like this version of Crypto. He looks a little more playful. You know, you see him running, you see him racing through the snow, and you see the trail of snow behind him. I don't know. He's very playful too. I like this one. I like this version of Crypto, and I can't wait to see more of him in the movie. And then it's kind of cool that they actually have Crypto being like his little guide dog that goes, "Hey, come here, help me, save me, take me home, Crypto." And Crypto just grabs him by the cape and then drags him home. All right, so we're already at a little over a minute and 23 seconds in this a 2 minute trailer, and we've only seen this Superman that's beat up. We've now seen Superman with little glimpses of his life as like as Clark Kent, which is kind of cool. You get to see like kind of a dopey Clark Kent, very reminiscent of Christopher Reeve Clark Kent. So a little bit of Brandon Ruth. So kind of like that, like a little dorky, geeky guy, kind of aloof and like he's still taller than everybody else, which is crazy. And then at a minute and 23 seconds, we see our first glimpse of Superman actually saving somebody. We hear him saving a kid from some kind of monster beast, which we do see later in the trailer. So it's some kind of kaiju kind of creature. Not sure who the kaiju creature is. I was looking through the comics to see if I could recognize anything online, but nobody's actually said what that creature could be. So yeah. We got our next glimpse of Lex Luthor. So Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor. I am very intrigued by this, even though he looks like Hitman. Um, he looks like the Hitman character from the video game. And so I'm very curious to how he's going to play in this movie, and I'm excited to see his version of Lex Luthor. We've had so many different iterations of Lex Luthor, from the young kid from Smallville to we've seen like our we've seen and every other iteration from the Donners from Ryan Ruth, the Gun Facey version, to the ones we've seen on the CW show, John Cryer, and the new one from Superman Lois. We've seen different versions of Lex Luthor. So I'm kind of curious of what kind of version this one's going to be. Is he going to be like more like he's going to be more of the scientific side with the evil part of him, or is he going to be more like the business evil side of him? So kind of curious to see what they pull from this. All right. All right, and then at about a minute 36 seconds, we get our first glimpse of hope, and this part actually got me. When I was in the trailer, probably noticed it. It just like hit hard. We see the little boy raising the flag and calling for Superman while like, his town or wherever he's at is getting torn up and like, destroyed. It's like that's a symbol of hope. That is something that this movie needed for it to go. I think they nailed it really good in the scene. All right, and now we get a couple quick glimpses of Mr. Terrific's little group. They get Nathan Fillion playing Guy Gardner with that stupid bowl cut. They actually went for it. They went for the bowl cut that he's famous for in the comics. I mean, yeah, now he kind of has a buzz cut now, but that was the version of Guy Gardner we had for many years. That bowl cut, and we are getting that bowl cut in this scene. We're also getting a first look at Isabel Merced, who's playing Hot Girl. So that's kind of interesting. We'll see how she does. The Hot Girl design in this movie is very reminiscent, very similar to the version of Hot Girl that we've seen in the other versions. It's a little bit different than the CW version of Hot Girl, so kind of weird, but we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that plays out. Yeah, and then we just pretty much get from there. We get a lot of different versions of Superman. We do get a scene, actually twice we get the scene where we see Superman in like a kind of a apartment building, and it's actually very much the same like location that they shot that first glance of Superman. We actually saw David Cornsweet as Superman, where he's sitting down on the couch and he's putting on his clothes and everything. We're actually seeing that scene here in the trailer. I thought that was a publicity shot, but no, it actually looks like a scene from the movie. And it's weird because you would think that weird glowing eyeball in the background is kind of like a bad guy, but it actually might be a good guy or somebody trying to stop something. Because we see it like in the background of the city, but we're getting this whole moment between David Cornsweet and Lois Lane kind of being all lovey-dovey. So it's going to be interesting to see how that goes. Then we also get just a couple of just quick glances of different things. We get pictures of Lex Luthor. We get quick glances of the kaiju that he's fighting, which I believe I've seen online is the kaiju is only going to be in the beginning scene of the movie, so it's going to be a quick minute. We're getting let's see what else we're getting in there. We first glances of the Fortress of Solitude. We're getting glances of which Fortress of Solitude just looks like the Richard Donner version. That seems to be the version that we're going to be going with in the movie series going forward. We've seen it on the TV shows and everything else. We are getting our first glimpse of Ultraman. I know the guy in the black suit has been kind of confirmed that it's Ultraman, but not like the Ultraman we've known from the comic books, where he's from Earth 3. This appears to be a different version of Ultraman. Without going into spoilers, I don't know how I feel about this. We get our first glimpse of Eddie Gathegi as Mr. Terrific, so that's pretty cool. We're going to see him. This is probably the second version of this character in live action. We actually got to see this character in Arrow for a couple of seasons, so that's pretty cool. Then we also got a couple of more shots of a metropolis, of the kind of the other big bads we're going to be seeing in this movie. We even got a shot of an old man that's slapping his head up in the screen. It's a very quick and you may miss it kind of shot, and I'm very curious what the shot's going to be. It looks like Zordon. Yes, it's like Zordon from the Power Ranger movies from '94. It's exactly who it looks like. He has that weird like old man face. I'll put it side by side here. See, told you, looks like Zordon. I hope that's not what they were going for. That's really bad. Hey guys, so this is me. I'm actually in the middle of editing the video right now, and it just dawned on me who the old man was. And I didn't catch this. It's actually Metamorpho, Anthony Carrigan's character. And I love Anthony Carrigan. Man, he did a great job in Gotham playing Zaz. Now he's here playing Metamorpho. For those not familiar, Metamorpho, he is a villain that's made with different elements, gas, solid, and stuff like that. I'm actually very intrigued how they're going to portray him on the big screen because he is very fantastical in the comic books. So I'm waiting to see. But I just downed me who it was, and I was like, oh, that's who that person is. So, hey, what can you say? All right, guys, we'll get back to the actual video again. And then, besides that, I love the trailer. The trailer was amazing. It filled me with hope. It actually kind of hit me like right in the feels. It just I don't know how to explain it. It just hit the right moment. But I am excited to see this. I can't wait till July 11th when the movie comes out. Hopefully, we'll get another bigger trailer later in the year so we can see more what the story is going to be. So, without further ado, let me know in the comment section down below. What are your thoughts on the movie? Are you excited for the movie? Did the trailer give you any new insight into what to expect in the movie? Let me know in the comment section down below. And without further ado, make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell so you're notified when the next video post is online. And until next time, guys, this is JD. with the Figgy Pop Collector channel.
That concludes a Figgy Pop transmission.